a memorial service today for former Illinois Republican Governor George Ryan, of course, at his hometown of Kankakee.
WGN's Angelica Sanchez reports on how he's being remembered.
He was a man of principle, and he cared about people.
On Thursday, friends, family, and colleagues said goodbye to former Illinois Governor George Ryan.
He was always very accessible and listened and tried to do what was right.
A memorial service was held in his beloved community of Kankakee. He passed away last Friday at the age of 91. A member of the Republican Party, Ryan served as governor of Illinois from 1999 to 2003. Prior to leading the state, he also served as Illinois Secretary of State and as the state's lieutenant governor. After leaving office, Ryan was convicted of fraud and racketeering charges in 2006, connected to his time as Secretary of State. He served over 5 years in federal prison. Cameras were not allowed inside the service. Those in attendance say that chapter of his legacy was made even more painful being away from his wife, who passed during his sentence.
He didn't feel like he was the person that did the kinds of things he was accused of, but the separation with Laura Lynn was the penalty of his life.
It was noted how Ryan was always one to reach across the political aisle on the issues.
The difference we have today is that we don't communicate, we don't talk to each other. I was in Springfield the last couple of days. There's a lot of issues, but they don't talk to each other. Republicans are not talking to Democrats, Democrats are not talking to Republicans.
I no longer shall tinker with the machinery of death.
Stories were also shared of what led him to take action to end the death penalty in Illinois.
He couldn't accept the responsibility of taking someone's life as an elected official. He couldn't deal with that.
His longtime friend, Hattie Ratner, a Democrat, spoke at the service and recapped a portion of her speech.
On so many issues, he was ahead of his time, often taking positions in opposition to and to the consternation of his conservative Republican colleagues. He was very grumpy, but he was also kind and generous. And what I ended with is saying, since I know he is watching and timing me, since he always accused me of talking more than I should, please forgive me, dear Dapper George. I just couldn't cut this any shorter. Yeah.
We're told that there was a private entombment prior to today's memorial service. While much was said about former Governor Ryan's time as a public servant, there was also much said about how much he was loved by his family and hometown community of Kankakee. Reporting in Kankakee, Angelica Sanchez, WGN News.